Goodbye, Model 3. What's going on, guys? It's Brandon, or Tesla Flex, and today I'll be talking about why I sold my 2023 Model 3 Performance after just 1 year of owning it. This is my 2023 Model 3 Performance with midnight silver paint and white interior. It has a light Nardo gray wrap over top, but the reason I'm selling it is because the refreshed Model 3 is coming out next year. No one's really sure when the orders are going to open up, but I'm guessing probably around the end of December or early January, just so Tesla can hit their numbers with the current Model 3. It wouldn't really make sense for them to release it now, because then people will be pushing off their sales on the Model 3 like a lot of people already are doing. But most of the common buyers of Teslas, they don't really know. They don't really care. They just want an electric car that is cheap to drive. So I'm selling this now because I don't want to deal with selling it when the Highland comes out, because obviously when the Highland is available to order, or the refresh Model 3 is available to order, people are going to be freaking out trying to sell their Model 3s too. So I'm trying to get ahead of this and sell this car before they even have like a hint of when it's going to drop. That way, when I can actually order the Model 3, I'll still keep the Model Y over here. Model Y is great. I'll keep that until it refreshes. But the Model 3, I don't want to deal with this legacy Model 3 and trying to sell it when people are going to know that there's a better one coming. I'm sure you guys have seen a million tours of the Model 3, but I'll just do a quick little one so far. So this has the white interior, and it had a few mods, but I had to take most of them out. And inside, if I go right here, I can see that I have 8,848 miles on here. Basic autopilot. I didn't even get the full year premium connectivity because I knew, overall, like, it's been a really nice car. I didn't have any issues with it. I'd say really like maybe my only issue was sometimes it was a little noisy right here, but the Highland fixes that, so that's good. I mean, obviously we have all the regular old Model 3 stuff. Seats are fine. Everything's great in here. Never had any issues. There used to be a controller right here actually, so I had to take the whole console apart. But I mean, overall, like, never had any interior issues or anything. And then of course, I did wrap it myself. So I was doing it to kind of get it done, not to really make it look good. So you can see, like, there's some parts right here. Not very well wrapped, but I was just doing it to get it done. I also like that I did the TES LA like the Highland. And of course we have the trunk. It's installed, but I have to do it on the Model Y now. And the Uber turbine wheels that held up for the most part. I mean, there's some curb rash right there, but Carvana doesn't care. They don't care about the wrap. They just care that the car is drivable. So I chose them for that reason, and because I didn't really feel like having to deal with a private buyer, because a lot of them just get this idea that because there's a $7,500 tax credit, that it makes this car $7,500 less valuable. But in reality, most buyers actually can't even like take advantage of the full credit. So I got $40,000 for this Model 3. I owe $50,000. I lost $10,000, but it's not all that bad. But essentially, there's the federal tax credit, and the current one you have to claim on next year's taxes. But then Colorado introduced a $5,000 rebate, which means the full amount is refundable at tax season. So I'll get $5,000 for the Model Y that I bought, and of course the federal tax credit for that. But then I'll also get $5,000 more for the new Model 3 and $7,500 off at the point of purchase, because I do qualify for the full amount. So realistically, I'm getting $10,000 in rebates in the next like year and a half. And then I'm also gonna get, $7,500 off the Model 3 at the point of purchase. So I'm losing some money now, but I'll get a lot of that back through tax credits. This is kind of the best way out of the Model 3 for me. I knew for a long time that I would have to sell the Model 3 for a loss, and just the price I bought it at was insane. Like, I regret buying this Model 3 more than I did buying the Model S. I got slapped in the face one of the price cuts, and the Model X wasn't too bad because I got a really good price for it, so I was able to sell it before the price dropped even more. But the Model 3, like, I mean, I feel for all those Tesla owners out there that pay the peak prices. I know it puts a bad taste in your mouth, and I wish Tesla would do something to make that right for those owners. Maybe like free full self-driving, because they, it's a software package for them. Like, it means nothing to them. Overall, this car was great, but the Model 3 Highland is even better, and I really can't wait to get it here. I've seen it in Europe. You saw my reviews. If you haven't already, I'll have those linked in the description below. I really do like a lot of the features it has. I like all the stuff it carried over from the Model S and Model X, and I'm happy to move on to the next thing. If I can get a Cybertruck before the Model 3 Highland, of course I'll get the Cybertruck. I think it's going to take a while to actually get into regular people's hands. It was going to happen at one point, and the longer I waited, the more money I was going to lose, so I'm glad I did it now. There still is a few things I need to remove from this Model 3, so I'll start with my floor mats. I'm not going to be able to use these again, so if there's anyone in the Colorado area interested in purchasing these, I'll give you a pretty good deal. I also have the trunk mat, but basically I have to gut this entire car's interior. All right, I just finished up taking all of my accessories out, all the final accessories. So all I have left is the Model 3 bare bones with the carpet floor mats and nothing else in here. Glove box is empty, cup holders and doors are empty, back seats are empty. We have the floor mat in there as well. And then of course we have the trunk, and it's always good to check into the deep trunk storage. Nothing in here as well, so we can close that. And then of course the back again. And we're good on this side. So this car is ready to get picked up by Carvana. They should be here between 2 and 5 p.m. It is 2 p.m. So hopefully within the next 3 hours, because I don't want to keep waiting around. Oh, and there's actually final thing I have to do. Take my license plate off as well as my frame. Before I get rid of the Model 3, I want to do one thing. I want to take it for a final drive, but I have to actually tap the key card because I already factory reset the car. So Carvana is not even here yet. They probably won't be here until 5 because it said 2 to 5 for the pickup. So I'm gonna drive this around. It's a lot louder than the Model Y, and that's one thing I'm not gonna miss. I can try to do one launch, but I'm on summer tires, so it's slipping a lot. I mean, overall, the Model 3 is still a fun car to drive. I'm not getting rid of it because I hate it. Carvana's gonna have a good time taking the wrap off because that's like one of the main reasons I chose Carvana. It was very little hassle. I didn't have to worry about taking the wrap off. I took the wheels off. I mean, they said I could put whatever tires and wheels on the car I wanted as long as the car drove, but I figured it's probably a good idea to take my Marshall wheels off because they don't deserve a free set of forged wheels. Like, they're nice wheels. And if I did sell it privately, I could have probably got like $2,000 or $3,000 more, but realistically, is it worth all the hassle of people like trying to lowball you and people just trying to give you like fake offers and all that stuff? Because I even said that I was selling the Model 3 on a TikTok, and I had people reaching out to me and they're like, can you take like 20K or can you do a payment plan? I sold my Model X privately, and to be honest, it was kind of a hassle. There was a bunch of different people that were giving me offers, and then I finally had a really nice woman that bought my Model X from me, and she was actually putting it to use. She has like 3 kids, and I'm sure that thing's getting totally beat up inside, but that's what you do when you have kids. This car, haven't had a single service appointment, haven't had a single issue, so the Model 3 and Y are definitely built better. I'll head back home, and then hopefully within the next couple hours, Carvana pulls up with their truck. All right, guys, Carvana is here. He's taking the Model 3 down the street. He's gonna take some pictures of the car and then load it on the truck. So let's just watch that happen. All right, he's loading the Model 3 on the truck. Goodbye, Model 3. I'm not gonna miss you because the newer one's better. Yeah, I think it's just realigning himself on the truck. All right, final inspection is complete. The car is loaded onto the truck, and he's on his way out with a Model 3. Goodbye, Model 3. It was fun while it lasted, but I'm really looking forward to the Model 3 Highland and not having to deal with selling this or trading this in when the refresh comes out. But wow, it is a relief to only have one Tesla now for like the next few months. So now I'm down to just the Model Y Performance, and to be completely honest, if I could never buy a Tesla again, I would be very happy with this one. It's a great car, and of course I will keep this one until the Model Y refreshes in 1 to 2 years, and hopefully they have some of the improvements the Cybertruck got as well. But speaking of the Cybertruck, if you are taking delivery or you know someone taking delivery of a Cybertruck in the near future, please reach out to me. I also wanted to talk about one more question I'm consistently asked is, when is the Model 3 refresh going to be available in the United States? And to be honest, I don't know. No one really knows unless you're a high-level Tesla employee, and they're not telling anyone. But what I can guess is that the Model 3 refresh will be available to order in January of next year. And I say that because over the last 4 years, I've kind of picked up on Tesla's patterns with how they release vehicles and stuff. So it seems like they want to sell as many vehicles as possible this quarter. So they're going to have discounts for the regular Model 3, and then as soon as they get their sales numbers in, literally January 1st, they could pop up with a new Model 3 in the US, which I would think is probably the best bet So if you are wanting to get the refreshed Model 3 and you're barely holding on, just hold on a little bit longer, because I promise you the refreshed Model 3 is such a big improvement and so worth it. Alright guys, that's going to be all for this video. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and also let me know in the comments what you're most excited for with the refreshed Model 3 coming in hopefully January. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.